Morning, friends. This is Shivakumar here. Thanks for the continuous support and really, I was amazed actually based on your responses on my videos, and thanks for the continuous support again. Today, I like to discuss about the project planning tools used in the SAP project management or any software. Okay. So the planning is very important. Before filling into any action, we need to plan. So the planning will be more critical, and that is what from the past, yeah, many years actually we are doing planning for each and every action to get a success. So proper planning is required. The project management has been practiced since long. That's what I said. The major changes came from after the year 1900. During the period of 1850 to 1900, lot of tools and techniques being developed that got further improvement after the year 1900. The four most popular project techniques normally we came to know during our engineering education or MBA education or whatever management studies or NOT chart, PERT and CPM and Henry Fayol's five management functions came during the period of 1910 to 1950. Henry Knott and Henry Fayol was known as a father of project management for their well popular work, planning and control technique, and for the creative of five management functions respectively. They have not created any the project management tools or principles for the IT, but actually they just created for any project, actually for any engineering work or any management work. They created the project management techniques, prediction techniques or planning techniques that was employed in the deployed in the coming years. The year 1950 is the beginning of modern project management era, when project management becomes the distinct area of discipline, right? In the year 1956, the American Association of Cost Engineers, now named as Association for the Advancement of Cost Engineering, AACE, was formed in 1950s. Okay. The other two foremost institutes, that is International Project Management Association, IPMA, founded in the year 1961 in Europe, and Project Management Institute, PMIS. Everybody know, actually this was they are conducting the PMP, right? Was formed in the USA in the year 1969. So the project management process consisting of five project management process that normally everyone need to understand. First one is project initiation, second one is project planning, and third one is project execution, fourth one is project monitoring and control, and then project closure. Final action is project closure. So now we have question in the mind, how these tools help in the project plan, right? So the project management tools helps in planning, scheduling and estimating at every stage of your project. Each and every stage, this occupies a more importance in controlling and scheduling or estimating. It provides reports in various forms like knot chart, milestone chart, network chart, etc. Through tools, you can able to create a task and their interdependencies within the task and can assign resources to each task. Most of the tools has the following features. What are they? To create a sub-project and the project, to define project period, that is duration, that is start date and end date duration, to create task and subtask for each project and to link the task, to accurately track the effort against a planned effort for each task, to manage the over allocation, to do resource scheduling and resource labeling, to view real-time project status, cost and budget reports, to generate earned value reports, to present the graphical reports, right? So these are the features we need to use for the project management tool. So what are SAP tools? So even in SAP we have a different tools, right? So those are accelerated SAP, ASAP, right? Value SAP and the solution manager are the methods and tools available to manage your SAP project. SAP Solution Manager is a latest among three, right? And also now actually we have SAP Activate for project management for S4HANA projects, right? The ASAP roadmap is a methodology that provides you for the implementing and optimizing your SAP systems efficiently. It divides the project implementation process into 5 phases. Value SAP consists of tools, frameworks of methodologies, content, and program that provides you effectively identify and implement SAP as per your organization's requirements. So what is to be done, which one, that is called, we are doing the fit gap analysis and everything, right? That is a part of the project management. What is to be done, what is to be avoided, everything. So it consists of evaluation phase, implementation phase, operation phase, and continuous improvement phase. Okay, so these are the important things, important phases in any project. The SAP Solution Manager helps you during the project preparation, business blueprint phase, realization, project analysis phase. So it gives you central access of the tools that help you to implement business solution as per your need. The project estimator is a tool used to estimate the effort, timeline, and resource requirements and cost of your SAP implementation project. The tool is based on Microsoft Excel that can be managed easily. So the Microsoft tool, Dynamics tool, is a very simple kind of project management tool. So it depends on the business or a business organization who is going to invest the cost in the project management. So if the project management is good, then the total end-to-end process will be good. So we cannot bother on a cost. Actually, say big industries like Coke or Pepsi, all these people actually they will invest more on the project management, because if you invest more on the project management, the results will be better, right? So we cannot hesitate to invest in the project management to deploy a good project manager and a project controller. In general, many projects will use below project management tools in olden days and traditional projects. That is arrow diagram, balanced scoreboard. So we will rate score against each activity and each task, and flow chart, as everybody know, and force field analysis, NOT chart, matrix diagram, plan to do check, act cycle, PDCA, and process decision program chart, PDPC. Okay. So what are some of the basic features that project management tool offers? So what benefits? So it offers planning or scheduling, right? The most constructive feature that you can use while using the project management tool is to plan or schedule the activities and tasks. Okay, it is required for the success of your project. Okay, so you can plan and delegate the work to all the team members in a single place with folders, calendars, workflows, templates, tasks, and subtasks. Second one is collaboration. Emails are no longer the single form of communication when it comes to transferring information among the team members, right? The project management tools can be effectively used to add comments on tasks, organize dashboards, assigning tasks, and also for approvals and proofing. Third one, documentation. When the team or the project manager are working on multiple projects, there are bound to be some blunders where some files can get lost and there is no way to recover them. To avoid these kind of mistakes, project management tools offer features like storing files, versioning them, and also editing them, which will save you from many mishaps or unforeseen circumstances. Evaluation. These tools also provide functionalities like reporting and resource management that help the project managers to assess and track the growth and productivity. So, what are the tools in project management that are used for the effective project planning. So as we know that project management is not a simple science, it is a complex amalgam, means actually combination of many things, of wide variety of concepts that covers strategy to people management, right? IT communications to number of crunching. That's what. As we know that project management is not a simple science, it is a complex amalgam of wide variety of concepts that cover strategy to the people management, IT communication to the number of crunching. In this piece, we will learn about the most important tools that managers have in the arsenal. They are used when they need to plan or schedule their task for their projects, identify the critical paths, monitor the progress, and all of the other important tasks that are needed for seamless project cycle, right? So these are the important things in the project. So here we have the list of 6 project management tools. I hope it will be useful to each and everyone working in IT and non-IT fields, right? So first one is network diagrams. Okay, it is a combination. This is a chain of each phases or each action. So actually, it is a network. One by one, it will complete, right? So network diagram are one of the most important tool in project management that can be used in the process of project planning, also known as an arrow diagram. So each represents the next phase because the diagram consists of different arrows that can be used to connect different activities and also to display precedence, that is what is the preceding activity and what is the succeeding activity, so we can know the sequence. By using this arrow we can also show interdependencies between different activities of the project. In the process of forming the network diagram, there are always assumptions to be made. The first assumption to be dreamt up is all pending or ongoing activities have been completed before starting new ones. The second assumption that has to be made is that all arrows used in the network diagram include a logical priority. So which one is important? Say P1, the phase 1 is important, second phase 2 important. In a sequence it will work. So what that means is the direction of the arrow is displaying the unique sequence that need to be followed for proper execution of activities. The last but not the least assumption is the network diagram have no choice but to start with a single event and end with single event because there is no place for dual start and end points. It's very clear note. If the project manager wants to calculate the total duration of a specific project, they need to define a total of 4 dates for each specific task. The first two are the start dates. The first date is this two is a two is this two is early start, which is the earliest date on which the task has to be started. The second date is those the last start is the date on which the task absolutely has to start. Is a planned and actual start. Okay, so if it has not already done, this is the same logic for the later two of the 4 dates mentioned above. Those are end date. Another important element in the network diagram is a slack time. Okay, this is a time that is allowed for the task to be delayed. Say, for example, due to particular reason or a particular person, actually some activity has been delayed to more than the expected. That is called a slack time, right? So task to be delayed, but not more than that. Okay, so why? Because eventually it will cause a delay in the overall time, because actually if there is any slack time or delay in the time in the first phase, then consequently or continuously there is an impact in the second phase timing, third phase timing. So there is a chain of delay in successive phases. That is what actually they are calling the overall time. Okay, and next one is critical path method. So we have, say, from start to finish we have multiple tasks which can be completed in 3 days, 3 days, or if the task A is selected, and if task B is selected, then first phase 2 days, and then task C will take 4 days, and then while calculating it will take 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 4 9, so critical path will be 9 days. And if it is taking this way, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 3 9, so anyhow actually whichever path actually it is taking, so it is coming around 9 days, right? So this is a critical method. One source, that is critical path method, is an essential tool that is thoroughly used by the project managers. This is because this tool can monitor and assess the progress of the project in a real time. It is to ensure that all the ongoing project performed by the team are going to finish in a time. The critical path of the project is the longest sequence of activities performed on the network diagram. That is a total diagram. It is also characterized as having zero slack time for all the activities that are involved in a particular sequence. So if there is any slightest delay in any activity, it will cause a delay in the overall project deployment. Zero slack time is bad, but also good in some ways. Good because the project managers will remain more vigilant when they are when they will know that the slightest error can hinder the project progress of the project. Okay. Also, the project manager can divert resources from specific project to some other project if they need to complete it. This makes sure that appropriate resources are used somewhere important and projects is not delayed. So to manage a project, say if the project manager is handling 2 or 3 projects, so when he finds the best resource, he can deploy in some other project. So he can able to finish the project activity in a particular time as expected, and get a good name from the management, right? But while doing that, the project manager has to ensure that activity in question does not become critical path activity due to the reduction in the number of resources, right? So that is also important. Third one, NOT chart. So NOT chart is a visual representation of all tasks related to your project schedule over time. They are used to plan the project of all sizes and shapes. Okay, whatever project size or shape. Why? Because they are an incredible tool to show the work that is scheduled to be done on a project on a specific day. They also show the whole tenure, mean the duration of a particular project in one simple view. Okay. So here are some of the features of the project you can monitor on the Gantt chart. The start and end dates of the project, and what are the project tasks, who are the team members involved in each project, who is working on individual task, what is the duration of each individual task, how all of the tasks are linked or they are dependent on each other. So still, if you are not understanding the importance of this charts, we will not not long ago, people used to plan on paper or show all of our projections with the colored blocks, because there was not any digital solution available on those days. So not charge changed all that. Okay, so that is a kind of old traditional representations. So then comes PERT chart, the project evaluation and review technique. Okay, most commonly known as PERT is a form of network diagram project management tool that is also used to figure out the critical path of the project. This technique make scheduling complex projects easier while creating realistic estimates of the situation or duration of each individual activity. It is a form of network diagram, but it is different in a way that it uses three kinds of estimates rather than just one. The first estimate, also known as TO, assumes that activity will never faster and all the factors that are related to the activity are going to be in favor of the project management. The second estimate, also known as most likely, assumes that activity will eventually encounter some issues during the execution phases. It will also provide some contingency buffers to fix the issues. The final estimate is known as the pessimistic estimate, which assumes that whatever factor that can be possibly go wrong and ruin the activity is bound to happen no matter what. Okay, so these are the things. And we have a work breakdown structure, so each task can be divided into multiple activities in in the project, right? So actually in a project we have different tasks, and the tasks are further subdivided into subtasks, and each subtask is further divided into work packages. So each can be built in a milestone way, right? So WBS is an amazing tool in the project management method. It shows a hierarchical breakdown of work activities that are used to define the scope of the project. It is also used to identify all of the required deliverables that are needed in the development of the project. Having all these details spread out in the open enables not just a project manager but all other stakeholders to understand the project scope. Also, it helps a team member to understand exactly what needs to be developed in each task or each phases, right? So the beauty of WBS is that it divides the project deliverable and work required into very small components that are easily manageable or a granular level. The lowest level time or items, also known as work packages, can be monitored, assessed, controlled, and easily cost estimated. Okay, cost estimation is a milestone one. Okay, and the sixth one is the project documentation. Lastly, the project documentation is to conclude all the work that we discussed above in one of the document. Okay, these documents provide all the details about the project and everything inside it. These are created to eliminate any confusion about the project and also prevent any conflict between the stakeholders on the status of the project. Okay, and finally we have Jira tool currently used in the SAP project management. Even actually currently I'm working in on a project, they are using Jira tool for the project management and estimates. A suitable ERP system is, so in Jira actually they are they are framing all the user stories, right? They are calling user stories. So through that actually each task will be monitored or estimated. A suitable ERP system is needed to optimize and simplify the management of a company. When it comes to finding a suitable project management software, most entrepreneurs who are using an SAP system primarily think of waterfall methodologies. However, there are many ways to improve the quality of SAP projects by, for instance, using an agile project management in recent days as a tool that that is an initiative enough to be used without the need for time-consuming training beforehand. When selecting a project management tool for any project, it is crucial to ensure that it is simple to use. The task can be easily be assigned and administrated, and that it has a simple user interface. Right? One tool that has shown immense levels of success and acceptance among users is Jira by Atlassian, right? So what is a Jira? Jira is a very popular project management software used by both larger and small companies. It was designed to work based on the agile principles while having the total visibility, automated workflows, and easily distributed tasks. Due to its very simple intuitive interface, it enables the project managers to define clear workflows that allow the team to stay on track and improve the overall productivity. What makes the platform unique is the fact that it offers flexibility through its ability to support Scrum, Kanban, and Scrumban methodologies. It's a combination of Scrum and Kanban. Unlike many other project management tools, Jira is very easy and self-explanatory tool that enable company to use it across several different departments outside of the IT. Okay, very simple. In almost every SAP project, internal as well as external employees are involved in the project, many of which are not part of IT department. Precisely because Jira offers the ability to manage other company process alongside SAP projects. It has proven to be well accepted among the users from any kind of team, right? What makes Jira better than the project other project management tools? Even even though there are currently yeah, is a huge variety of applications available in the market that focus on the agile project management, Jira seems to be the most suitable software to take on complex and multi-dimensional projects and manage complicated workflows by making them simple to understand. There is no other tool like Jira that can be used flexibly and can be integrated into the surrounding system as well as the Jira can do that. Jira was initially designed particularly for software developers and aimed at helping them to control their overall activities. It therefore offers a high adaptability to any type of process, which in turn is why Jira was massively expanded its usability and is used by the kind of team instead of just developers today, right? So it can be used in any project management, any organization, or any type of industry. You can benefit from our connectors tools in the following ways. Okay, so collaborates and agile approach to manage different teams, agility to ensure transparency throughout the project, effectiveness throughout the project, and safety throughout the project, and work progress can be visualized through the Jira boards. Added value and a higher quality of R2D process for introducing S4 HANA, saving time and the cost during implementation, automated and easy synchronization of data. Okay, so we have discussed about the Jira, and finally, actually, SAP's own product, SAP Solution Manager, right? SAP Solution Manager enables customer to manage their SAP and non-SAP applications in a better way. It also allows to centralize, enhance, automate, and improve the management of entire system landscapes, thus reducing the total cost of the ownership. SAP Solution Manager also supports customers in adapting the landscape of new requirements. For example, implementing a new business process. So in SAP Solution Manager, we have IT service management as a component, IT portfolio and project management, and then run SAP like a factory and build SAP like a factory. So these are the main components. Okay. So what are the components means IT service management, IT portfolio and project management, run SAP like a factory, build SAP like a factory. Okay. The benefits of solution manager, what are they? So the first one is lowering cost. SAP Solution Manager help you to make most SAP support services significantly lowering your total cost of ownership. Second one, automated alerts. There is no need to search out the system error in or manually. The system will be instantly notified of any issues or errors automatically. And third one, improved patch and upgrade management. Just one system will manage cross-system patch updates and synchronization. sorry, sorry. Automated configuring and tracking. A fully maintained knowledge repository enables users to keep track of all configuration changes and then centralized management. It acts as a central point of control for the entire solution landscape and centralized management for multi-components projects. Okay, so we have lower cost, automated alerts, improved patch and upgrade management, automated configuration tracking, centralized management, reducing administrative effort. This is very important. So more number of administrative staff is not required. Does not need a real-time monitoring of systems, right? So because actually it itself are doing a real-time monitoring, not external person. So interfaces and business process which reduces the administration cost. Okay. Easy integration integrates with IT landscape that include both SAP and non-SAP applications and faster return on investment. It accelerates implementation and continuous improvement, availability of implementation roadmaps, best practice document, and SAP solution management services, speed learning, and accelerate project. Okay, so these are the main advantage of solution manager because it's a SAP provided tool. So what are the tools in the sense application or technology management and maintenance, right? And then we have in that documentation, implementation, training, provision testing, support and maintenance, monitoring and optimization, change control, and problem management. So this comes under the tools. And content in the sense methodion, roadmaps, services, best practices comes under content. And gateway to SAP comes, what are the things is SAP Activate Global Support, SAP Development, Service Delivery Platform. These come under gateway to SAP. So process flows. Okay, the roadmap contain all the information about the project phases and implementation of the project. You can start to use SAP Solution Manager towards end of evaluation phase. Define your project in the SAP Solution Manager. Third one, set the project scope in the project definition. Define the system landscape required for the implementation of business process. And fifth one, it defines a business blueprint by documenting the organization unit, master data, and business scenarios, etc., required for implementation of business process. And then configuration of business scenarios in the development system. And then check the test cases delivered and assign further test cases to process steps. Eighth one, check the consistency of customizing of your business process, of your own business process. Organize test and can reuse the test cases selected during the configuration, right? So these are the uh, usage or process flows for using the SAP Solution Manager. So the final conclusion, actually, we have seen with different project management tools, and within that, I think actually SAP own solution or own project management tool is a solution manager. So always actually SAP stands number one, right? So the final conclusion is if you want to become an effective project manager to make your project success, then you should leverage the above mentioned project management tools and make them part of your daily practice. However, it depends on the nature of the project that what importance you give to each of the project management tools. The best thing is to use them to get the optimal project results. We have in SAP many different methodologies. ASAP based on waterfall model, Activate based on agile. We need to choose the best one for the effective project management. And here I can say in my own project actually we are using Jira. So that is a very simple and user friendly software. Okay, and SAP Solution Manager and Agile I can activate are very recent trends. For Activate S4HANA is for S4HANA Activate is best and which is very simple. So choose the best project management that is suitable for your client, organization, type of industry, or nature of business. So all these things matter, and the business users preference everything. So I think actually this video is very useful for you. Thanks for watching and thanks for continuous support. This is GV Shivakumar signing off.